On August 4th, 2002, there took place an event like no other yet seen in Britain. The fastest road cars in the UK came together to prove which was indeed the fastest. Front, rear and four-wheel drive cars clashed in a test of power and handling. These incredible cars would be fast on any racetrack, anywhere in the world, except that these cars are not racing cars. They're all road-legal cars that can be taken out on a leisurely Sunday afternoon drive, except this was not your typical Sunday afternoon. The competitors and their support vehicles began to arrive very early at Elvington Airfield near York. Conditions were a bit damp early on, but would quickly dry, much to the relief of the two-wheel drive cars, while disappointing the four-wheel drive cars that would love nothing more than a bit of rain. A bit of rain here and there won't make that much difference, as the surface here at Elvington dries very quickly. It's also very abrasive, providing fantastic grip that will help thrust these cars to absolutely staggering speeds in amazing times. Over 70 drivers and car owners are in the paddock checking out the competition, asking questions of themselves and of their machinery. Who's here? Who's not? What are my chances? And will my car last? The answers to some of those questions are hard to come by. Will my car last? Well, it's highly likely that quite a few cars won't last the day. What are my chances? As it's the first time an event like this has been run, then who knows which cars have real speed? Figures on paper and dyno graphs now count for nothing. Now it's time to get real. Along with the competitors, the crowds began to arrive early. This was a good time to have a look at the cars and see what modifications have been carried out. Get some info, speak to the drivers and mechanics, and gather whatever knowledge they could. The cars here today are the cream of the crop, the fastest road-legal cars in the UK. And whatever work has been carried out on them is to be taken very seriously. These cars have been invited from an elite list from the top car clubs in the UK. So let's see who's here. The Class A front-wheel drive cars are RS Turbo Escorts, Fiestas and Focus Z-Techs from the RS Owners Club. The Rover groups have sent over some of their fastest, including the MG Maestro T16. The Class B rear-wheel drive cars. Toyota Supras gathered from the Supra Internet chat groups. The RS Owners Club have gathered together their quickest two-wheel drive Sierra Cosworths. Dodge Vipers from the Dodge Viper Club. A couple of rather mean-looking RX-7s. A Porsche GT2 from the 200 Plus Club. One Fisher Fireblade owned and driven by Martin Bell. A Road Legal Track Day Special. Probably the fastest ever Ford Granada, owned and driven by Steve Ross, with a 4.6-litre V8 twin-turbo setup, and a Ford Transit van with added Cosworth power. Now onto the four-wheel drive cars. Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 4s and 5s and 6s, with the Mitsubishi Lancer Register, GTIRs from GTIR Groups, Sierra and Escort Cosworths from the RS Owners Club. Again, every car with a proven 500-plus brake horsepower. Subarus from the Subaru Internet Group, ScoobyNet. Skylines, monsters from the Skyline GTR Register, all rated at over 500 brake horsepower, including a couple of 700 brake horsepower Megalodons. And a Golf, and yes, it's a four-wheel drive with a tidy Audi Quattro turbo engine and transmission installed. Okay, that's the cars. Time now to get to the action. Thousands of people are here to watch the first ever running of this event. This is the first time that a competition like this has been run. So let's go through the basics of the competition. All the cars are road legal, taxed, tested and insured. Any fuel and nitrous is allowed, but tyres must be road legal. The four fastest cars from each of the three classes qualify for the finals, with their fastest time over 500 metres. 500 metres being the only internationally recognised distance for an event of this kind. The four fastest cars from each class then meet in the semi-finals, which will be raced out as the first across the line. The two winning semi-finalists will then meet each other in the final to find the overall class winner. The fastest front-wheel drive car then races the fastest rear-wheel drive car to find the overall two-wheel drive winner. He or she will then take on the four-wheel drive winner to determine the overall champion. In addition, there's a competition for the top speed of the day in each class. One-lane cars may continue past their 500 metres run for the full length of the 1.25-mile runway. Expect speeds of over 180 miles an hour. It's not just about power though. The fastest cars aren't necessarily those that can go fast in a straight line. The handling competition will sort out if these monster power cars can make the turns or not, or just go off in a cloud of screeching tyres. The circuit will find that out, and we'll find out which is the best handling car by whoever sets the fastest lap of the day. The best handling car or overall shootout winner really can come from any of the cars and classes here. The paddock here today is without doubt the greatest collection of modified cars ever assembled in the UK. The winner of the 10 of the best shootout can undoubtedly claim to have the fastest road-legal car in the UK. And we're about to find out who that is as the competition is about to get ready to start. The drivers get ready and begin to queue up at the start line. Nobody wants to be the first to go out. The track is still a bit damp but drying fast. In the meantime, the action has already started on the handling circuit. Let's have a look at handling circuit and see what the cars and drivers are going to face as we ride with Jason Hulbert in his Mitsubishi Evo 4 RS. This is a seriously sorted early version Lancer. Features forged pistons, rods and upgraded turbo and a Motec ECU on the engine side. As we mentioned before, the track is very abrasive, but it can easily catch you out as well. Look how close those cones are together. You've got to get the turns just right. So plenty of twists and turns and one or two that might just catch you out. Not all of them exactly the same. And it tightens up right there at the end. First out with the Dodge Vipers. Where did they come from? Nobody expected to see these guys out first. Now let's see how this Viper handles this circuit. A lot of power, rear-wheel drive, remember, and a V8 engine. And we get a little bit out of shape there, probably touching the brakes too early there, then into the left-hander. Still a few damp patches out there. Ooh, and a little bit too much power going through that left-hander there. And it's definitely a lot to handle and get right. A lot of power down there. And this isn't the best of performances we're going to see today. But he's doing a good job of holding on to the power, trying to get it down a little too much there. And then finally through the last part. The next Dodge Viper lined up is owned and driven by Nadine Geary. She tells us about her pride and joy.
The car is a Dodge Viper GTS. It's a 97 model. They only made the blue and white in 97. I bought mine in 98. It's got an 8-litre V10 engine in it, 6-speed manual gearbox, rear-wheel drive, huge big tyres on it. Mods I've done, I've had a custom made stainless steel exhaust put on it, put the wing on myself as well, a few little aerodynamic aids, a few little tinkers here and there, just help airflow and so on into the engine. Can't get enough of it.
Nadine clearly loves driving her car. In fact, she doesn't just love driving it, she actually loves it so much she's now become rather too attached to it. She tells us how.
Well, married to the car.
What other tattoos have you got?
There's a few other tattoos. I've got Viper on my back. There's a chassis number there.
And on the back?
And then on the back, there's Viper on the back.
Does that hurt? Yeah!
The sun began to come out, more spectators arrived, and the track began to dry. The crowd waited patiently. It wasn't long before the first cars were ready to come out on the drag strip. The first one out was Ronnie in his Nissan Skyline R33 against Glenn Horncastle in his Skyline R34. The first run of the day, and they were bound to take it easy. Or so we thought.
Simon, can you tell us when the test practice is going to start?
And Ronnie just floors it. Glenn's stuck on the line. And look at Rocket Ronnie flies away. Not worried about the wet at all. He just got straight into action. And he's going to win that by a country mile. And it's the times that matter. Glenn having to wait and get behind him. After that stunning first run, all the other competitors get lined up and ready to go. Next up, it's Paul Ripley in his 220 brake horsepower Class A Fiesta Z-Tech Turbo against Sean Terry's Class B Toyota Supra. The Supra on the right, and away they go from the start line. Not a brilliant start by the Ford, but away they go and starting to gather speed now. Surely the Supra's got the legs, but you're not so sure. Tell you what, the Z-Tech engine turbo is really pulling hard, and it looks as though Paul Ripley's going to take that, and he certainly does ahead of the Supra. That was a seriously fast Fiesta. We spoke to Paul and asked him about his car.
It's a Ford Fiesta Turbo,
It's running a 2-litre Z-Tech engine with a hybrid T3 turbo. It's a low compression lump. That's basically it. The rest of it's got like a special map on it, bigger injectors, better air filter, and like stainless steel exhaust. So, but it's just a good combination. It seems to be working well for the RS turbos at the moment. So, because it's a 2-litre engine, there's loads of low down torque, and it sort of pulls and pulls, and then the turbo kicks in, and it's just mental. So, it's nice to drive on the road, and then when you want to give it something, it's even better. So, yeah, I can't fault it. You have to get used to the stiff clutch and sort of revving it a little bit harder to get it moving, but it's not a problem. So it's not an everyday car for me, so it's always a pleasure to drive here, definitely.
Steve Scott on the right-hand side of the course and the Focus rear-wheel drive WRC versus Jonathan Urry in the Nissan GTI R, the black car on the left. But away they go. Not a good start at all by Steve Scott. He got stuck on the line there. And look at Urry, he's in one. Away he goes, but surely the Focus will come good at the end. And sure enough, there he goes. An all-Japanese affair here. Jason Hulbert in the Mitsubishi Evolution 4 versus James Kazim in the Nissan GTI R. And away goes the Mitsubishi, and Hulbert's way to a flyer. What a great start there in that Evolution 4. Now, James Kazim trying to get up speed in the Nissan, but it looks as though it's going to be Hulbert all the way to the line, and it is. Back in the paddock, Ronnie was not looking very happy. Mechanics were working away under the car on the front splitter of his Skyline.
On the first run, I hit a big bump and it just broke off just towards the end of the run. Obviously, it was the first run of the day anyway. I was the first person to run, and I must have found the biggest pothole in the place, and I hit it, and it just ripped the front spoiler completely off. So.
Ron's moment at 190 miles an hour could have completely destroyed his expensive splitter, and God knows what else, but Skylines are a bit tougher than that. The guys from Abbey Motorsport are determined to fix it and soon get the job done. Now let's see how well the Ford Focus handles on the handling course now with Steve Scott on board with him, and it's quite bumpy as you can see, but he really is going for it. Look at that, plenty of oversteer. Oh, and he's having a good time out there through the gears now. A little bit faster, takes that left-hander nice and smooth through there, but again, gets it a little out of shape, get on the exit. A lot of power, remember, on the Ford Focus, and you'd expect this car to handle well through here. Trying to keep it as smooth as he can now, going through the gears, getting a little bit faster. And remember, some of these corners are a little bit tighter than perhaps you'd expect. And Steve Scott, though, is going for it every moment, and he really is working that car. Scott Parker now on track with a Subaru Impreza. This is a UK 300 version. Performance pack options also listed amongst those modifications, a CO2 intercooler spray system. Now, how does Scott Parker going to spray around this track? He's got a little bit of understeer going through there, a little bit of work needed. But of course, this is another rally veteran, so it should handle well. But he's really pushing it hard. Through the last section now, last couple of corners, but he's looked good, very fast. And obviously great handling capabilities. And out he goes to the end. The weather was warming up. The competition was getting very hot. A bit too hot, especially for the spectacular-looking Focus Z-Tech Turbo of Ian Howell of Fiesta Frenzy fame. With over 340 brake horsepower and torque to match, Ian has been struggling to find a gearbox and diff to cope, which is what looks like has failed this time. Keith Taylor's Escort RS Turbo is another home-built special, with a Z-Tech CVH version under the bonnet. So the white and green Simon Norris's Mitsubishi Evo 5 versus Michael White. Ironically in black in the Subaru Legacy R on the left-hand side. Norris's Evo is an upgraded 587 brake horsepower, and he uses all of it off the start. It's got 500-pound torque and he's using every bit of it. Michael's is a Legacy with 1990 RS, and it can't hold a torch to the Mitsubishi. Simon Norris's Evo 5 continued on the 1.25 mile straight and clocked the fastest top speed of 187.1 miles per hour in a distance of just over a mile. A fantastic time. Now this should be fun. Nadine Geary's Dodge Viper GTS versus Leon Green's Toyota Supra Turbo. America versus Japan, this the ultimate video game war, but this is for real. Nadine on the right then, away they go. Good power off the start by the Supra as you'd expect, but the Viper surely will come good in the mid-range. Through the gears they go then. Nadine Geary's Viper's going to take it, but only just, and she does. Up next, it's Scott Parker's Subaru Impreza versus Henry's Skyline R33 GTR. The Skyline on the left then. Subaru gets away well, nice and smoothly. A better start, though, by the Skyline. But what was that? A lot of dust and dirt coming out of the Skyline. Looks like they missed a gear. Something went wrong there, but he's still going. But it looks as though Scott Parker's got problems, and it's going to be Henry's Skyline, surely. No, it's not. Well, that's a close one. So, Martin Bell in the Fisher Fury Fireblade. A car designed for racing, but of course still road legal with those road tyres on, but should handle very well through this course. And so far he's looking very good and very quick indeed. Through that left-hander, no problems there, very smooth and gets on the power early. But this is just hanging to the road and gripping very well indeed. And in fact, Martin would set a time that wouldn't be beaten by any other Class B car. Up next, Ian Blundell's RS Turbo. This, of course, a front-wheel drive. Let's see how he handles the course. Away he goes through the gears. Now into the first turn. On board with him now. Not having to fight it too much. Plenty of grip in the RS Turbo, but really pushing hard and really using that front-wheel drive all the way here. And this is very fast. Oh. He's got it sideways there, almost on two wheels. Look at the concentration on his face. Ian Blundell setting the fastest time for a front-wheel drive by far. Excellent stuff by him. Now a slightly older version, the Mitsubishi Evo 4 of Jason Hulbert, but can it match the next generation? Well, he's looking like he might do so far. This a Class C Mitsubishi Evolution 4. Jason doing an excellent job so far. Hard on the brakes there and into that left-hander. But a beautifully designed car, this. And it's proved it in rallies over the years, and it's proving it here on the handling course. Jason Hulbert at the wheel doing an excellent job of directing it through the cones. And very smooth indeed. A little bit of a wiggle there through there, but it didn't lose him any time, and that is excellent stuff. By now, the Nissan Skylines began to look a little different. As well as bits of front spoiler, other parts were missing. The rear wing of the Skylines began to disappear. Ron told us why.
It gives you a little bit extra top speed. It obviously gives you more stability. The stability towards the end of the run has been bad, but it actually has given me more top speed. It's given me about 4 or 5 miles an hour more top speed.
It wasn't long before we saw the result of this. Okay then, Ronnie's Skyline R33 GTR versus Steve Ross in the Granada V8. Surely not a competition here. Take a listen to that. Off the line. Well, he's miles ahead of the Granada. It's all over and Ronnie Skyline flies. Look at him go. Losing the rear wing had worked. Ronnie in his R33 clocked a totally unreal top speed of 196.6 miles per hour. This R33 GTR is not a car, but a missile. While Skyline was almost 10 miles an hour faster than Simon Norris's Evo 5. Ron talked to us about his car.
It's 670 horsepower at the wheels, running a T78 turbo. Well, I bought it 3 years ago as a modified car, and although it was okay, it wasn't really what I wanted. I'd had a standard one before and I didn't like that, and I preferred a modded car, but the modifications weren't what I wanted. So I found Mark at Abbey Motorsport, and basically I told them what I wanted out of the car, and over sort of like probably a period of a couple of years they've built it for me. The final piece of the jigsaw really is just the 6-speed sequential gearbox, which we're still waiting for. But once that's in, then the car's going to be absolutely perfect for me.
Now, this could be interesting. Martin Bell's Fireblade Fury up against Christian Doran's Toyota Supra. A real battle of the small, lightweight track day special against the big power Supra. The Supra has 500 brake horsepower, but what will it do about the much lighter weight Fury? Away they go from the line, and a good start by Martin Bell. Now, how good can the Supra react to that? And away goes Bell. Look at him go. The Fury is flying on the right-hand side of the course. He's absolutely putting the Supra away here. So, Simon Norris in the Evo 5 versus Lisa Diamonds in the GTI R on the near side. Both competitors looking for a good start, and a good start by Norris. Not a good start by Lisa at all, but she's got speed now, and look what's happened. Norris has stopped completely. Something's gone wrong. It looks like a transmission problem by the looks of it, and Diamond's away. Poor Norris is sitting there. He's going to try and get it across the line, but something's definitely not right with that car. Well, the crowd are certainly being treated to some spectacular cars and what looks like some spectacular retirements, including one of the favourites, the Norris Evo 5. Simon looks on as the mechanics check out what had happened. Pretty soon they find out the problem. The rear diff has broken. It's not an unexpected problem, the result of big power and torque plus hard launching. All that needed to be done was to take the old one out and put in a new one. The mechanics got straight to work. Maybe, just maybe, they knew something like this might happen. Once fixed, would it last? Jonathan Urry in the GTI R on the left-hand side up against Jed McDade in the R33 GTR. Had to get away. Hold it at the lights. Tense moments, and away they go. McDade gets a good start, but a better one also by Jonathan Urry, who's in a hurry at the moment. Urry on the left-hand side looks a far better man at the moment, and it looks as though McDade is going to be left in the dust tracks of Urry as he comes over the line. The GTI Rs have been putting in some great times all day. Jonathan's GTI R is a great example of just what can be done with these little four-wheel drive rockets. The handling looks to be very well sorted as he blasts through the handling course. Suddenly there was a torrential downpour which saw a lot of the cars head to the paddock for a well-deserved break. All except for the Subarus. These agile cars refused to stop and really displayed their rally heritage by putting in some very quick times, even in the wet. In fact, some of these times were faster than the other cars managed in the dry. This is John Felstead with his STI 5 Type RA, which boasts a variable centre differential to enable the handling characteristics to be fine-tuned to suit the conditions. The car is obviously being driven well and puts in another quick time. The rain soon stopped, and once again the competitors had to wait for the track to dry. This time nobody was just waiting. There was a lot to do. The paddock was a hive of activity as drivers and mechanics worked on the cars, trying to exact every ounce of power and speed. Today, a mechanic no longer needs just a toolbox, he needs his computer too. Possibly the most important tool of the day was the laptop. Laptops were in use all over the paddock, remapping the engines, trying to find the optimum settings for maximum speed. At the same time, it was wet, and while one eye was on the cars, the other was on the weather. If it didn't dry, then any improvements in qualifying for the afternoon's final would be impossible. Not all the cars here today expect their cars to win, but there is one guaranteed winner in a class all his own, literally. Here is Paul Hansen's unusual performance vehicle, built and maintained by its owner.
Ford Transit, F-Reg, 1986, Sierra Cosworth engine, turbo, limited slip diff by Quaith, anti-torque biasing one, modified, totally modified engine, water injection, nitrous oxide injection, nice tow. Last year it was 372 at £20 of boost, so but I haven't run the gas yet because I've had a few minor mishaps this year, with turbos going and this, that and the other. The oil pump went, which was unfortunate, which did the shells, then it did the followers, and then it did the turbo eventually. It was just pure oil starvation and just a matter of time really before it blew up, so if it hadn't done the oil pump, I wouldn't have had any problems at all this year, but that's what you do with modifying cars, isn't it?
Now, let's see how well this van can handle. Paul's doing a good job. Straight line, it's very fast. As you can see, it's been lowered by a vast amount. Features uprated suspension and brakes. And he's using it to good effect at the moment. A nice smooth ride. Now let's see how he gets through this very tight left-hander. Well, remarkably, certainly not the slowest through there. And this is looking very good. It's like truck racing, this. But it's a van, and he's going very well indeed. Excellent suspension and brakes, and it's proved to be an excellent handler through the handling course. Good stuff by Paul. Finishes off the course, and he certainly won't be the slowest through there. A great piece of work done by Paul there, and no, he did not come last.
Main thing is to get the engine running strong and then put the nitrous on maybe for next year when I've got a bit more time to play with it.
Meanwhile, the track was dry and battle commenced once again on the handling circuit. Class A and B had been pretty much decided by now, but Class C was anybody's. Gareth Lloyd's Cosworth put in a scorching time of 31.84 seconds. Full 560 brake horsepower, touring car spec with 7-speed works transmission. I mean, look at the way this car handles. Well, I said it's touring car spec, and so far it's looked every bit the winner. Gareth Lloyd looking superb through there. That'll take some beating, but there's a queue of Evos and Scoobies waiting to put that right. Jason Hulbert in the Evo 4. He misses a gear there early on, but he's looked good all day, and look how determined he's looking there. Evo 4, nicely through there. And we know this car can handle. Just how well can Jason Hulbert get it through the course? And again, that look of determination on his face there. Nicely through that section. A little bit tight towards the end there, back on the power, and again the handling superb through that. A little bit bumpy in the last part of the section there, but again Jason Hulbert really giving it some. Now John Felsted in his Subaru. Away he goes through the gears, now into the twisty section, and he's got to get it right here. Nice and smooth through there, down towards that left-hander, and he's got a little bit too hard into there. Yeah, he's understeered over there and taken the cone out with him. And that's not what he had planned, and that cone's gone under the car. Here's another look at it on board. And yeah, you can see him trying to hold the car, get it round, but it just wouldn't turn. Oops. Could anyone beat Gareth's time? Well, we'll have to wait and see. The dry track qualifying action began once again on the 500-metre strip. After setting a trailblazing time on the handling circuit, Gareth left the others to it and appeared on the drag strip to cause yet more mayhem. This Escort Cosworth was certainly fast around the twisties, but what about the straights? Dan Horsforth's Cosworth versus Gareth Lloyd's Cosworth. These have over 550 brake horsepower. Away they go, and a good start by Gareth Lloyd, but both those cars fly away there using all that 550 brake horsepower. But look, it's Gareth Lloyd who's flying away with it. He got the better start. Gareth's Escort was a missile. Not just a missile, but a guided missile that could tear down the straight with the monster skylines and on the circuit leave the Evos in his mirrors. This Escort will really take some beating. So, Steve Scott's rear-wheel drive Focus, WRC spec, remember, versus Christian Doran's Toyota Supra. The Supra on the right-hand side. Both these cars with over 500 brake horsepower, and away they go off the line. Good start by the Supra, but also a good start by Steve Scott. But Scott's got problems. Well, has he missed a gear or something's gone wrong? Because there goes the Supra flying ahead, and there was definitely a problem for the Focus. Andy Nichols in the MG Maestro Turbo versus Keith Taylor in the RS Turbo. The fastest road-legal front-wheel drive car in the country takes on one of the quickest RS Turbos. Now, can the Maestro get away cleanly? Yes, he does. Good start also by the RS, but the Maestro is a Maestro. Look at him go. Superb display by Andy Nichols to take victory. But you can see the RS is catching. It's going to be close, and in the end, sure enough, the Maestro takes it. That Rover's a bit special. Andy Nichols tells us just how special.
One of only 505 made from Tickford. Limited edition in 1989. Started off as a 1.8, a 2 litre 8 valve turbo, but I couldn't get enough power out of it, so I went to the 2 litre 16 valve Tomcat turbo, fuel injection. It used to run like 15-second quarters when I first started 8 years ago. It now runs about 350 horsepower, similar sort of torque, and it does low 12s, about 118 miles an hour terminal at a quarter. I'm geared up for a quarter, so I'm having to hang on in 4th gear, so it's hitting the rev limit a bit, but it gives me quicker times than actually short shifting up to 5th. I just kill the power you see if I go up to 5th. As far as I know, it's the quickest road legal front wheel drive car in the country that I know of.
On the 3rd of August last year, the fastest road legal cars in the UK were brought together to fight it out for the title of the 10 of the Best champion. Now 1 year later, 10 of the Best is back.
Hi there and welcome to 10 of the Best, the only competition in the UK to find the fastest street legal road car.
We're here at Elvington Runway with some of the most mentally modified motors in the UK.
And we'll be putting man and machine through their paces.
We've got rear wheel drive, we've got front wheel drive, we've got 4-wheel drive. You cannot miss this. The word has spread. It's no longer enough to say how fast your car is. Now you've got to prove it. The day has arrived and it's early morning. The many competitors and their support vehicles are all lining up and beginning to arrive through the gates at Elvington Aerodrome just outside York. There's a lot of heavy right feet out there waiting for some exercise. Throughout the day I'll be popping in and out of the pits to talk a bit of tech with the drivers about their mental modified motors. Joining me will be Louise, Emma and Claire. Normal? Standard? Nothing's normal or standard here today. So all the cars are going to be scrutineered to make sure they're 100% road legal, and the drivers must supply all documentation to that fact. So that includes your tax, MOT and insurance. At the first TOTB, one driver dominated. That man was Rocket Ron, and he's back here today to defend his title. This is going to be no walkover, with so many other competitors all eager to get their hands on his crown. This year, the overall TOTB2 champion will be the driver who amasses the highest total number of points through 3 distinct disciplines. So first up, we've got the quarter-mile drag. Then we've got the curves, the corners, and the minute straights of the handling circuit. And the 1 1/4 mile top speed run. This is where the competitors have a full 1.25 miles to get up the runway, to get terminal, and hit some big figures. All 3 disciplines are scored equally. With a maximum of 30 points up for grabs in total, competitors are going to have to go hard in each discipline if they want to be number 1. Up to 10 points are available in each discipline for the top drivers from across the classes, with important additional points available for drivers who will go head-to-head in the handling and shootout finals. All points then go towards that coveted TOTB2 Champions Trophy. Of course, different people are attracted to the modified car scene for lots of different reasons. For some, it's the pure, raw power they're after.
Are you actually driving today?
I am, yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does it feel having this much testosterone around you?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Others are attracted for the agility and sophistication. And then, of course, there are those who are seduced by the sheer glamour of it all. competition this year is even stiffer than last year's event, with 14 clubs and more than 100 cars participating. No one can take anything for granted. Drivers and mechanics have been working hard all year building and modifying their cars, searching for that vital extra piece of power that will set their cars apart from the rest. Reputations are on the line, make no mistakes, war has been declared. Let's have a look at the cars in each class. Class A is front wheel drive, and remember, all these cars are road legal. Escort RS and Z-Tech turbos, Fiesta Z-Tech turbos, Rover turbos, 620 Ti's, 220 turbos and Coupe turbos, Honda CRXs, and last but by no means least, a certain well-known MG Maestro. Rear-wheel drive cars are grouped in Class B and feature a pile of Supras. Sierra Cosworths, Mazda RX-7s, Nissan 200 SXs, a couple of lovely Porsche 996 GT2s, Dax Rush, a twin-turbo V8 Ford Granada, Corvette, Ford Transit van with Cosworth power, and not forgetting the big boys and girls of course of the day, the Vipers. Lastly, Class C is for four-wheel drive machines. Mitsubishi GTOs, Nissan GT-IRs, Fensport Celicas and a Corolla, a swarm of Subarus, a gang of Evos, Cosworths again, a pair of Golfs, anything but ordinary, one almost in a class to himself with two engines. Whatever it takes, eh? And the Skylines. If you add up all that horsepower, what do you get? I'll tell you what you get. 40,000. 10 a.m. and the day is already sweltering. Through the heat haze, the good, the bad, and the ugly rode into town. First person to earn the honour of coming up to the start line is Rocket Ronnie. Returning after victory last year, he's going to be first out to show us what he's got this year.
Wherever you want, mate. Wherever you ain't hit me, really.
I can't guarantee anywhere, to be honest with you.
Nobody's watching, no pressure. Yeah, right. Establishing its two-wheel drive time. Now it's time to light up the rear tyres and show what a conservative 700 plus brake horsepower looks like when it's unleashed.
You're in four, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in for.
Go for it, my son.
Ronnie gives it large down the runway, stunning us with a 10.4 second quarter mile and clocks 184.4 miles an hour on the top speed run to get the day rocking. Sweet, sweet music. That's what it sounds like from the outside. Let's see what 184 miles an hour feels like from the inside. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's what we like. And now it's time for a little bit of drag racing, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're here for today. Rocket Ron's shown us the way. Now Steve Darley and Steve Kingshot. Mr. Kingshot being in his Viper, Mr. Darley being in his Subaru, are going to get us off. Steve Darley crossing the line in 12.5 seconds with a terminal speed of 102 there. So next up we've got Nigel Dobie and Chris Phillip. Out they go. We've got a Corvette versus an RX-7. Is it Japan? In fact, it's not even versus. Look at them go. It's, well, going to be Nigel Dobie there running a 12.66 at 108 mile an hour.
Okay, Nigel, tell me about your Corvette and the Members Club.
This is a 2003 Z06. It's a 50th anniversary car. It's the only car of its type in the country at the moment. I imported it myself.
Where from?
I bought it in from a dealership in Baltimore. I have a friend that lives in Baltimore, and he helped me bring the car in. And it arrived beginning of May, and been driving it as my everyday car since.
Yeah. Kenny Walker giving it large there. Up against Andy Robinson. Escort Horse versus Rover. Bit of a grudge match maybe. 1,000 traffic light reenactments. It's all too beautiful. Kenny taking the win there with a 13.29 at 114 miles an hour.
Spot bother?
Just a touch. We were waiting for a part. We had a part break on us yesterday. The guy who brought the part down didn't turn up till 12, so...
Bloody servicemen, they
Yeah.
never do what they're supposed
Just
to.
fitted it now and hopefully get the first run in now.
Emma doing her bit out of the pits there, and this is that run. Let's see how he does. Gary Nuttall away from the line. Geraint Williams not quite as quick. So Gary goes on to do a 12.02 at 121 mile an hour. I presume the problems are pretty well fixed. Geraint running his best time of the day at a 14.5 and a terminal speed of 95. Okay, right, the great thing about 10 of the best is we get a wide variety of motors turning up. So now we're going to talk to Geraint, and he's got a Rover 620 Ti. So Geraint, tell us a few bits and pieces about it, mate.
Well, it's a 1999 Rover 620 Ti. Basically the 200 brake horsepower standard, so over a bit stealth as a model goes. It's got an AM Racing engine from Andy Nichols with his MG Maestro, which had previously been really successful Ultimate Street Car Champion. It's currently running about 370 brake on a 2.1 engine, fully forged bottom end, 8 injectors, turbo dynamics, hybrid turbo. So it's pumps out a lot for a front wheel drive car of that size.
So we're looking at Paul Ripley now in the Fiesta. Came to 10 of the best, won last year. Did pretty damn well as well. Came second in the front wheel drive class up against Andy Nichols. But today he's running up right now against Martin Johnston in the Sierra. Martin going on a personal best of the day of 12.07 at 115 miles an hour.
And next up we've got Nito Morelli. That's a rather exotic sounding name and a supercar to go with us. Tell us all about it.
It's running in the region of about 500 brake horsepower. It's a big single turbo, automatic. We've changed the camshafts, different cam pulleys, front mounted intercooler, external wastegate, full of gauges as you can see, and yeah, we're just having fun today, see what it'll do.
Have you been out there yet?
I've been on the track. We're just doing the handling circuit now, so we'll see how it gets on.
So now Louise is finished with him. We can see what Nito can do out here on the handling course in his Nito Sports Supra. Might be an auto, but with 500 brake from that single turbo motor, once he gets it rolling and it comes on boost, you better hold on. But then again, that's the bonus with an auto car. You can hold on with both hands, no shifting. So should it get a little bit out of shape, you can hold on and correct it. Let's see if Nito's going to demonstrate. Oh, thanks for that, Nito. Yeah, that's what we mean. Nice one. So the course quite tight for a large car like this. But Nito's doing a good job there. Gauge is flick-flacking up and down. Coming up through now. Just a few last corners. Nobody watching, no pressure, and it's all over. And going on to post a good time of 46.95, his best of the day. Which leads us rather untidily into Andy Nichols, because hey, we're going from rear wheel drive to front wheel drive. That's no normal front wheel drive, that's about 500 brake horsepower he's got in his very famous Maestro there. Big star of TOTB 1, and Andy's here to prove today that front wheel drive cars with big power do handle. Although the laws of physics dictate they don't. But that's what 10 of the best is all about. Straight line, top speed, but it's got a handle as well. Let's see how he gets on. Not bad, looking nice. You see lifting the inside rear wheel there. Big old stiff chassis. Oh, Andy. Tell you what, mate, we'll come back to you a bit later on.
So Jason, is this your first time here, the 10 of the best?
No, I came here last year. Come third on the handling circuit last year, but last year I was on not very good tyres. But this year I've brought some proper rubber. So.
Sounds like a pretty technical term to us, Jason. Proper rubber. Not a brand we're really familiar with. Avon, Yokohama, Toyo. Yeah, well, let's see what we can do here then. As he quite rightly said, he was third here last year on a handling course and definitely seems to be setting a pretty cracking time out there now. No matter what you think you can do on the road, stick it on a track and you really find out what your car can do and more importantly cannot do. Jason obviously knowing exactly what his can. Look at that, under braking, round a corner, into another corner, lift the rear wheel. It's a four-wheel drive car, let's remember here, ladies and gents. Jason sending a message back to the pits there with a 40.91 second run. Yeah, step up everybody.
Technology is a beautiful thing. 15, 20 years ago, if you had 140 brake horsepower on your crossbow, you're a god of the ring road. Nowadays it takes a little bit extra to step up to the Oki and represent an event like this. So we're talking superchargers, nitrous, and the god of tuning, the turbo. So we're going to have a word with Peter Marsh from Turbo Dynamics. He's come up here today to see a few of his customers and see what they can do and find out about turbos. So about 20 years ago, Peter, we had the Saab 99. Tell us about that. That was the first turbocharged production car.
Yes, very laggy, notoriously laggy. Sort of put your foot down and counter 5 seconds and something would happen. Nowadays things have changed quite dramatically.
So the turbo, it's a beautiful thing. What's the basic principle?
Basic principle is it's a supercharger, but run on the exhaust gas off the engine, so it doesn't use any power to generate power. So very, very efficient. Basically 2 turbines, one running off the exhaust gas and one blowing air into the engine.
And what have been the major advances in, say, the last 20 years that have brought us to where we are today?
Units become smaller and faster in their rotational speed. Ceramic materials have been tried on the turbine to reduce the inertia and get the things to spin up faster.
So what sort of RPM does a modern day turbo spin at then on average?
Up to about 200,000 RPM on a small turbo.
And what sort of temperatures are the air and the fuel coming through there working at?
Well, you can see temperatures of about 120 degrees coming out of the compressor, and ideally you want about 30-35 degrees going into the inlet manifold. So
we've all seen pictures of cars on rolling roads with glowing red hot turbos, you know.
On the turbine side, about 1,000 degrees is a typical turbine temperature.
Is there any way of controlling that?
Not really, no.
You just got to suck it in, yeah.
The materials in the turbocharger obviously have to withstand that sort of temperature.
And intercoolers and stuff like this?
Intercoolers, they're just really to cool the charge temperature of the air down. The denser the charge, the more volume of air you can get in the combustion chamber. So quite important on a day like this.
Yeah, right. This is not really ideal conditions for turbocharged cars, is it?
No, you need good intercooling and water injection preferably.
So it's straight into a bit of top speed action now. Nigel Dobie out there with a Corvette Z06R posting 169.4 miles an hour. Listen to this. Into Class C, we've got Bob Moore in the R34 GTR Skyline. 167.6 mile an hour from the four-wheel drive beast. And from V8 to transverse forward, Nigel Burrows in the Escort RS Turbo. You've seen them, we all know and love them. And 131.4 mile an hour is what Nigel's going to show us doing now. Back to Class B now with Gary Hayward in the 200 SXX13, stretching that right out to 171.8 miles an hour. That's impressive.
Is this one of the first races you've done, or?
Yeah, I've done a one run what you brung and a little bit of top speed stuff, but really it's my first proper event. Yeah.
Okay. Are you excited to be here?
Very, quite scared, but yeah, it's great.
Is it a bit harassing?
It is. When you're on the line, you're very scared, but it's great. Yeah, it's great fun.
Everyone's got their own style, but for Jez, being scared seems to work. Up here against Dave Naxton, GTO 3000. Look at Jez's start. Not very impressive, but hey, he's posting the times. 11:46 at 110. against 13.61.109 from the GTO and Dave. This is Bruce Spence and Jeff Rance now out in the sunny GTIR, or the Pulsar GTIR, and the RX-7, having a convincing threat there, although in different classes, against Jeff, and that's got to be satisfying. Bruce going on to post a 12.39. Stu Rawlinson, another GTIR here now, up against David Wallace. David having a few troubles off the line there. Stu going on to post a 13.42 versus David's 14.76. Back in the pits, Emma has a few words with Stu.
Hi, engine's looking good.
Half finished, only half done, but gearbox went the other day, so I had a gearbox. Couldn't do the turbo, couldn't do the manifold, but at least I'm here running.
Gary Hayward in his 200SX, a very fast top end. What can you do over the quarter? Up against Mark Beals in the GTO. Mark off the line a little bit quicker, but Gary going on to crack out a 12.55 at 110 miles an hour.
Gary, tell us a bit about your car here. It looks wicked.
Yeah, a little bit done to it, just a few mods.
Let's start. What is it exactly?
Nissan 200SX, one of the early models, running 476 horsepower, which is a little bit more than standard. Pretty good, well sorted.
Now then, Shin, this car of yours, this Skyline, is attracting a lot of attention. Tell us a bit more about it. It's a special, yeah?
Yeah, it is special, and we've done almost everything on the car, including engine, suspensions, and body kit. Yeah, and we got a lot of lightweight carbon fiber thingies on the car. Yeah.
Now you're just about to go out there on the handling course. How confident are you that this car can take the win?
It's quite difficult, but I hope we can win. But there are a lot of, the fast cars, so and this is shakedown for us. So yeah, we hope we can win, but I don't know. Who knows?
Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what. Can I invite you out of the car and you show me under the bonnet?
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Sorry, last night I drank too much. All of us hungover.
Oh, okay. A Japanese guy hungover. That's great. Too much sake?
Yeah, too much sake.
Wow. Okay. Where do you start with a monster like this? Talk us through what you've done to it.
Don't know. Basically, it is called Mines Tuning Garage in Japan. The complete engine. Still 2.6 liter, but operated turbochargers. And engine internals are a lot different from standard.
Much different.
Yeah, much different.
Has all this been done in Japan?
Yes, most of the work has been done in Japan, and we import the whole engine. And we are affiliated with RB Motorsport in the UK, so they fit it, and our chief engineer set up the ECU and the suspension setting.
Wow, so there's probably not another car like this in the country, would it be fair to say?
It is one of the, I think, the very sophisticated Skyline from Japan.
It might be sophisticated, but it's also brutally quick. The ProSpec GTR R34, and Shin's now going to show us how to do it out on the handling track. Notice how he's still holding onto the gear stick, straight up into the first corner, two hands on the wheel, trying to keep it all under control. That's some serious power he's trying to lay down there. Remember, on handling, it's not all about just booting and hoping. It's all about suspension, hard on the brakes. This is where you get to use the whole car. Shin really chucking it around there then. Quality. Hard, hard, hard. Let the camera blur up. Now it's blasting up through the end here, where he posts a 41.66. So now with Nadine Geary and her Viper, listen to this. Hear that? She went past the camera. That's what a V10 sounds like. Yeah, love them or loathe them, you've got to appreciate that noise. So it's a big old car, the Viper. This is one of a few runs Nadine is getting on with this day. We've got to see what she does later on in the day, but at the moment it's a 41.75 on this run. Just look how she chucks around the rear-wheel drive Viper. Talking some serious power, and that's some serious length there as well. But it doesn't seem to be slowing it down a lot. You've got to love that. That's the great thing about TOTB. Everyone can see the action going on. Now we're going straight out again with Duncan Cowper in the Dax Rush. Totally different kind of car here from the Viper. The same class, both in the rear-wheel drive. And the Dax Rush really built for this sort of thing, as opposed to the Viper, which is maybe more about top speed. Although Nadine's shown us otherwise today. Duncan's more set up for hill climbs and sprints. The gearing isn't really set up for top speed. But look at it go. It's just like small, light, fast, just what you need here today on a handling course. Almost dancing it. Torvill Dean, it's beautiful. Oh no, maybe it's not. Sorry Duncan, I shouldn't have said something there, should I? Oh well. Now we're on board with Jamie going, just for a couple of seconds whilst he's preparing to launch out onto the handling course in the Escort RS Turbo. Ford never intended them to do this. But then Jam Sport had other ideas. So throwing this amount of power into the handling course, it's obviously going to be entertaining. Jamie's biggest rival here is going to be Andy Nichols in the Maestro. Both cars, big power, front wheel drive. And we all know the problem with front wheel drive cars, that's understeer. Oh yeah, and torque steer as well when you're talking about this much power. So right now Jamie's holding on, and he's doing a pretty good job of it as well. Posting a time of 45.7 seconds, that's pretty respectable really. Oh, that's tight. Trying to get the power on but trying not to break traction. Never ending battle. Now we're going to demonstrate the difference between four-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. Look at Dave Gammon get off the line there. That is how traction works. Dave going through the day with successively quicker times in a bit of a personal battle there with Jason Holbert. Jason, remember, is setting a blistering time starting out. The Evo here really working hard for its money. You see it drifting very slightly there as he comes through into the successive corners. Close to the camera, on, off. He even folded his wing mirrors in for that little bit of extra aerodynamic ability. That's the kind of dedication we like to see. So there goes Dave with a 41.05.
Well, I am an engineer by trade, but I've done a lot of this work myself. Well, all of it really.
Fantastic.
Use a Turbodynamics turbo, which is a ball bearing conversion. They're all my own gas flowed manifolds and dam pipes that I manufacture myself. They're Piper cams that I help develop. It's got a Simon Norris twin plate clutch in it. I mean, I do sell a lot of this stuff now. It's turning into a full-time occupation more than a hobby now, but it's actually my wife's car, so yeah, so I keep on saying I'm going to sell it, but she won't let me.
She won't let you because it's not even your car.
No.
Back to a bit of top speed action now. Andy Robinson and the Rover Turbo Coupe. It's coming right for us. 137.9 mile an hour that'll be then. That little black shape coming straight at us is Nito Morelli and the Supra Turbo, the Nito Sport 500 brake horsepower single turbo. And he's headed for 171.8 mile an hour. Nice. Into Class C now, we've got Mike Smith in the Skyline R33. And he's headed for a healthy 169.7 mile an hour. So it's back to the quarter miles with Bruce Reed and Dave Naxton. Bruce in the Cosworth with the hazards going. What's up, Bruce? Gonna pull over, check the oil. A bit late for that now, mate. On his way to a 12.47 at 101 mile an hour. And Dave at 14.01 and 103.
10 of the Best brings people from all over the country together for one purpose: to go damn fast around corners and straight lines, all sorts of things. So now we're going to talk to Chris Dobson. He's come down from Newcastle. Chris, brought your Rover down for us. Tell us a few details about it, mate. What model is it?
Bit of a journey. It's a 1993 220 GTI turbo. So it's got a T16 2-litre engine. But it's been fettled by AN Racing. So
That's
she's
Andy Nichols.
Yeah, Andy Nichols.
Yeah.
He's bought her out at 2.1. He's put the forged pistons in, so don't break her. We're on a T3 hybrid turbo off a Cosy. Managed to install a Vauxhall Frontera front mount intercooler.
So it's bits of all sorts of things.
Yeah,
then.
bits of all sorts.
Straight back out to the track. Chris chooses to bin the front bumper up against Bob Rawle in the Scooby.
And there you can see that Frontera front-mounted intercooler working hard and pushing him onto a personal best of the day for a 14.13 at 99 miles an hour. So Chris Archer now at the Evo 5, can't exactly miss it, that'll be the yellow one on the left then. And Nito Morelli in the 500 brake horsepower Supra. You can see how the four-wheel drive works against the rear-wheel drive, obviously different classes, with Chris going on the post of 13.18 at 108 miles an hour. Ben Taylor and Dan Patton going for it now, front-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive. Of course, strictly friendship, but yep. Ben going through there in the 200SX, 13.24 at 105. Dan stretching out to a 14.78 at 99 mile an hour. So we're going to have a chat with Grant Parker in a minute. He's up against Sarah Bell. This is Sarah and her Viper. Grant being in his rather special Golf. He posted an 11.34 at 126 mile an hour. Sarah, one of our female Viper drivers here today, posting a 12.15 at 111. So Grant, give us a few details, mate. It's not exactly what Volkswagen had in mind about 30 years ago from the car that started the hot hatch revolution, is it?
No, not really. It's what they should have done in the end, though. It's basically a Mark 1 Golf GTI, but we're running full Audi Quattro running gear, built past Group B specification. So it's obviously four-wheel drive. It's got the torsion diff box in it. We're running aftermarket rods, pistons, flow dead, unique cams in it. It's all homemade exhaust manifolds, and a lot of things are modified beyond the original specification.
That's not the sort of thing you find down at Mad Bert's scrapyard. Where'd you get all of that then?
Basically, it's 10 years experience. I had a normal Golf before this, which was probably 12th quickest in the country, but that was just normal front wheel drive. But when Ian Birch from Dubsport built the twin engine vehicles, I knew I had to step things up a bit to catch it up and then go beyond what they can do.
So very quickly, tell us, you've got your Mark 1 Golf GTI shell, you've got your running gear, what do you do, mate?
Then you spend 3 years of late nights in the garage trying to put it together.
And this is what 3 years in the garage will get you. And it's on with the top speeds. Andy Robb here in his Escort RS Turbo, not sure of the spec, but whatever it is, it's going to take him up to 149.2 mile an hour. Still out on the runway, rear-wheel drive action now with Christian Duran in his Supra TT, and he's on his way to 172.6 mile an hour. Class C action now, Adrian Smith in the Fensport Corolla, and looks pretty impressive from here, and with a final time speed of 169.7 even, it's pretty impressive too. Legendary. We've now got Cliff Barrett in his Corvette and Stevie Ross in the twin-turbo Rover V8 engine Granada. And you can see here, Cliff's, well, he's pulling away, let's face it, going on to run a 12.40 at 115 mile an hour. But Stevie reels him in to produce a stunning 12.65 at 119.
Well, I'm sure you've heard of the little red Corvette. Well, check out this big black one behind me. It belongs to Cliff here. Cliff, a Corvette ZR1, is that right?
Yes, yeah, it's a 415 cubic inch ZR1, 1990, 6-speed manual. We've come up here today to put it through its paces. It's turned out a 12.4 at 115, which I'm pretty pleased about, but unfortunately it's the end of the race now because it's eaten a valve, so it's back to the workshop.
As you've seen, you get classes racing against class, but right now we've got Mo Jamil and Bruce Morris, and they're both in Pulsar GTIRs. Look at them launch. They go hard off the line, these cars. You've got to love that. Mo going on the post to 12.34 against Bruce's 12.2.
Tony, can we get you up for a moment?
How are you doing?
Really good,
Good.
good. Tell me a bit about the car.
Had the car seen about five years. It was all standard when I got it. Discovered Fensport actually were based just around the corner from where I used to work, so went round there.
Very handy.
It was, yeah. It was a bit of a nightmare, really, but
Because now you're hooked.
I also work there now.
Oh. That was one way to get cheap parts.
It was. I done it the wrong way around as well, actually. To be honest, I done the car and then I went and worked there. So.
That's unfortunate.
He had all my money and then he got me to work there.
So, Tony now out seeing what he can do. And Fensport Salika up against Mo Jamil in the Sunny GTIR. And, well, Mo's away from the line like you wouldn't believe. He goes on the post at 12.47 at 108. And Tony posts best of the day for himself at 12.73 and 107. If I was Andy Forrest and Muscovy, I would be a little bit worried right now because I'm parked up alongside Ron Cadell. Look at Ron lighting up there. He absolutely fires off the line. And Andy's just like, yeah, well, I'm just going to go for a drive anyway. Ron going up to 10.7 at 142. The day's barely got started, but already we've got some blistering times. Rocket Ronnie has thrown down the gauntlet with his 10.4 second quarter and 184.4 mile an hour top speed. So far, no one's beaten either. But we've just seen Ron Cadell make a serious challenge with a quarter mile of 10.7 seconds. On the handling circuit, there's some great driving happening. Nadine Geary's Viper and Duncan Cowper's Dax Rush are leading the rest of Class B. And in Class C, the Battle of the Evos has seen Dave Gammon and Jason Hulbert locked in a constant struggle for the fastest lap. Back to the action, we've got Mike Smith versus Andre Edmonds in his GTO. But Mike in the R33 Skyline fires away to an 11.34 to 112 miles an hour. Christian Major putting in one of his top speed runs now. Escort RS Turbo. And he's broken the magic 150, coming in at 150.5. Bit of old school rear wheel drive. Still forward, but Martin Johnson now out in the Sierra RS 500. And he's headed for 172.6 mile an hour.
So what are your feelings about today? Excited or apprehensive?
I'm very excited.
Yeah?
I really want to do well. I missed last year for a bit of turbo problems, but this year I'm ready to go.
Rob Barnes in the Evo 6, and he's climbing up to a heady 172.9. You know, the great thing about 10 of the Best is you get to see some of the maddest, wildest modified vehicles in this country. And you get to see transit vans with Cosworth motors in them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Paul. This is his van. Paul, what's going on, man?
It's just mad, isn't it?
It is pretty special. I mean, forget the white van man jokes. This is all about black van man.
It's just good fun. It's just
Tell
good
us,
fun.
Ford built it originally?
Ford built it originally, yeah. Not in the state it is in now. I've had to do a lot of work to get it to how it is now.
Transit versus Subaru. There's a scene you don't see very often. Rear-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. Paul Hansen, the legend, is just about to propel this outside toilet-sized vehicle to a 14.02 quarter. You think that is embarrassing a lot of big power cars out there, and he's terminating at 104 mile an hour. I want to take it home. This is truly a beautiful sight, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul Hansen on the handling course, and yes, for those of you who've just tuned in, that is a short wheelbase Transit. Although it's not usual sort of short wheelbase Transit, as we've already seen. It's pretty special underneath, as built by Ford. But what Paul's going to do now is he's going to go on to do a time of 46.5 seconds. Doesn't mean much to you. You obviously haven't been paying attention. That beats Vipers, Cozzies, Skylines, Imprezas. That is some pretty impressive scalps Mr. Hansen is collecting out there. Just check this out. Just goes to show you really cannot take any chances out on the road with what you might pull up at a set of traffic lights against.
Now, Vipers is one of my favourite cars, and I'm here with Tarek, who owns this beautiful one. Tarek, what a fantastic car.
Thanks very much. I feel exactly the same way about it.
How long have you had it for?
3 years in January now. This is the only RT10 here today as well. The rest are all GTS or GTSRs, so it's quite a sight to see this out on the track.
So obviously it'd be rude not to check it out. We're going to go in car with Tarek in the open-top Viper. The only open-top Viper we've got here today, actually. So he gets to enjoy a bit of this sun, although hopefully not too much. Quality, trying to tame that V10 there. Really hunching the shoulders over, trying to get a bit of leverage behind the steering wheel. Of course, we've got loads of runoff space here on the handling course, but you've got to stay within those cones. He's leaning into it. Look at him giving it some. You'll notice about Tarek as well, no heavy revs, no hard braking. He's a very smooth driver. Giving him a really, really good time here, same as last year. Tarek, you're amuseless. That's a 42.66 there for the Viper. Yet again at the other end of the spectrum now, we're back out on the handling course, but this time in a four-wheel drive Impreza of Andy Forrest. Andy's car is one super quick Subaru. You can see him here, hard on the brakes, really throwing it around. Is that a rear wheel lifting? I think it might be. Competitors can have a usage of this track as many times as they can queue up and get around it, but you've really got to know it very well to get through in a quick time. Oh, that's definitely up in the air there, cocking the leg. Andy posting a very respectable 41.61. Nobody knows more than Rocket Ronnie how important the handling course is here today at Elvington. Having won last year, open up that wastegate, let's get 700 brake horsepower down this. And he really is pushing super hard. You can see those tyres straining away there. R33 Skyline leaning right over, really giving it some. No pressure at all, but he knows he's really, really got to do well on this course to get the points up there to stand a chance at winning here today. As does everyone, of course, but not that anyone's watching him. That's got to hurt. I'm sure we'll see a bit of Ron later on, though. Like seeing an old friend driving at your front door doing nearly 151.9 mile an hour. Here comes Jamie going.
How's the Escort, coping?
All right, it's suffering from the heat a bit though today. It's done better times than it has today, but.
And how are you going to make it faster? Is it your performance or is it the cars?
A bit of both, I suppose. Take it to bits, put it back together and make it faster.
It's Jeff Rance now in his Mazda RX-7. Very, very healthy time in Class B. And we're now looking at 174 miles an hour. Andy Forrest at his Impreza RA now. He's going to go on to do 174.8 miles an hour. Adrian Smith exercising the Fensport Corolla now. Look at it launch off the line against Matt Harwood's Supra. I mean, well, see you later, Matt. We're talking about Adrian right now. The four-door Corolla goes on the poster. Incredible 1163 at 116 miles an hour.
Adrian, how you doing?
Fine, thank you very much.
Now, tell me about Fensport Corolla.
Fensport Corolla was something that we built mainly because Toyota had stopped building any turbocharged four-wheel drive cars, so we wanted something that was newer, lighter, stronger and faster. We decided to build it ourselves. Obviously Toyota had stopped using the last model Corolla in the World Rally Championship. This would have been its replacement, so we decided we would have a go at building it ourselves. As far as we're aware, in the world today there's only two cars. We built this car first last April, and about last October, September, Neil Bates, who's a Toyota supported works rally driver, built one for Australian Rally Championship. We've kept ours strictly as a road car.
Andy Barnes in his R34 comes out for his first and only run of the day. Unfortunately, Andy had a little bit of a problem and the clutch let go in the big power car, but he still managed to post a very respectable 11.92.
Bob, now you have the beautiful Subaru Impreza. How do you find that runs for you?
Yeah, very good. I mean, the nice thing about this car is that although it's highly modified, it's an extremely good balance between a daily drive and a performance car. So it's very tractable, good economy under normal driving conditions. Take it on the track or try and do something like this with it, and then you've got the power and performance there to give you exactly what you want. Yeah. It's really great, and it's, all these people are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Would you recommend to bring more people down next year and say, bring your cars and have a go?
Everybody come and have a go, absolutely, yeah. It's one of the greatest days you can have.
So here's Bob, out there practicing what he preaches and having a go. Takes his time getting off the line. It's worth practicing your launch techniques. There's no point in just stabbing and steering. Up against Dan Patton in the Civic. Watch how the Scooby reels him in to pull a 12.91 at 114 miles an hour out of the bag. Right, so that's Bobby Singh sat on the start line up against David Taylor, both in Class C. Bobby in the Cosworth going hard off the line. You can see it dipping under the acceleration there when it squats down and lay the power down to a 12.5 second run, terminating at 110 mile an hour. Pretty damn impressive. So staying in Group C now, we've got John Felstead
and Tim Webster. There's John in the Scooby and Tim in his R34 Skyline. John going on the post a good time here, going hard off the line, getting in a 13.12. Fairly low terminal speed of 98 mile an hour, but that's still damn impressive. It's only because of what he's up against here today. Look at Tim stretching onto a 12.2 at 114.
Check one. Thank you for tuning in. This is Redline on tour 2003 to Magny-Cours. Let's go. Day 1 on the Redline road trip.
Morning.
Morning. How are
We're all
you
up
feeling?
bright and early. Davwar's still in bed because he's lazy, and we've all got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to France.
Changes. Hang on. Front gear change. Oh, I'm already in fifth. Come on, son. 6th.
Minutes past 6. It's too fucking early.
I'm not trying it all for a while.
Just tap it on top. I'm gonna jump this racing.
Morning.
It's supposed to be at 5:30. It's now 6:22, and we're waiting for his missus because she's just been nicked for speeding. So it's going alright so far.
Back on the M4 after meeting up on the services. Got the little Redline convoy kicking off now. Dave and George in the shit hot Civic bouncing along. Bounce, bounce.
Starting to Carol's evening away. Oi. Hello, babe. Morning, mate. Hello, darling. Turn the tunes up then. We're not anywhere near where we need to be, are we? We're not even close. What's going on? So much for this early start.
Renton's decided he's going to go and do a big poo. We're going to miss our train because Renton's been pooing.
We haven't got very far. The guys are in a bit of trouble. We're on the train.
Yes, mate.
What have you got to say?
I'm fucking tired, I don't know that.
What, Dave, mate?
Not bad. Waiting to take a trip under the sea.
What are you looking forward to in particular?
I don't know really, mate. Just getting there, checking it out and enjoying the atmosphere, really.
This is the way to do your channel coverage.
See, the boys finally made it to the train. Half an hour later, and before I can say where I am, man, they're in France. Come on.
We've all made it safely, apart from looks like Ben over there. Yeah. Speak to me, mate. You've only been here 5 minutes.
You
That's it, Dave. Go on.
just having a nap.
No, apparently that's really good for your back. And Dave, it works on his head as well. It's even better, apparently. go. We're on the, what are we on, Bob? The A25?
A26, I think.
We're on the M25 with Lee.
M25.
We're just near Staines. Oh, no, this ain't fucking Staines. Where the fuck are we?
We are by Charles de Gaulle.
Charles? So, are we nearly there yet?
Nearly.
Are we nearly yet there? What the fuck does that mean? Are we nearly there yet?
I think we are nearly yet there.
French music?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think it's banging.
You're having a laugh, Richard.
Feeling the vibe. Here we go.
Glamour, tapageuse en stage.
What do you reckon it's going to be, Bobby C?
I reckon gate number 28.
28?
Or maybe 12.
It's a bit of road rage here. Come on, boys, what are you doing? Oh, the tunes have just got better and better. Hey, it looks like you know what you're doing, mate.
I know. That's scary shit, innit, man?
There.
Ça va? Change of driver.
Morning!
Morning!
Now we're in fucking trouble.
I've got a bike! I'm a bit of Brian Adams. Oh. Take that.
Yet another toll booth from France. Take yourself on a crazy road trip like we did, and you're going to come across many of them.
You're very beautiful.
Thanks. You're welcome.
Hi.
We haven't got lost yet.
Parked my bit in the car with this prick for about 12 hours. Doing my head in.
Hey, look.
That looks alright.
After the 10-hour trip, the Redline crew booked into the hotel for a half a Southern Shandy and a Big Mac. Les Big Mac, sorry. Day 2 on a Redline road trip.
It's fucking warm. It's hot.
Too hot.
It's hot. Damn hot. Real hot. Hot as a crash pot cooking. That's a guy orange rock burst into flames. What do you think of that one is, Bob? What is it?
Focus.
One time?
There were thousands of cars at Magny Cars. Some good, some bad, some ugly. There's a good one. There's a bad one. There's a good... And a duck-faced dragon in the boot. This is a Beamer with whiskers. Chrome wheels order of the day. WRC style 206. Matte black TT, looking very mean. Nice smooth focus. Bet you that sounds loud. 206. See that in Redline issue 70. Lot of crazy paint jobs here. Metal flake, flip paint. Les Froggies in the tent. At Magny-Cours you're going to see plenty of in-your-face paint jobs. Especially that bright green one. Oh, I think I damaged my eyes there. No, seriously, I have. I can't see. Pink. As you see, most cars are sporting some chrome wheels. Yeah, apart from that one. Golf on airbags. Check out the compressor in the back window. That beats a sub in your back window any day. Right, we've seen plenty of cars. Let's go and see Crazy Terry Grant doing his ting-ting on the action strip. Let's go. Watch her feet, Tex. Looks like he's done that before. Probably in Asda car park. Here we see bit of drifting. Bobby C likes this. He'd like to think he could do that in his dreams. Go on, Tex. Into a bit of donutting. Oh fuck, your steering wheels come off. Newcastle just scored another goal. Thank you, please. Day 3 on the Redline road trip. Hopefully it's not going to be as hot as it was yesterday. Bobby C's still got some nasty sweat stains in his kegs. Say hello to Bobby C. Fuck is that? After a busy day looking at cars on the second day of the show, the Redline boys take a trip to the VIP area.
What happened to your body, mate? What? You're a bit white. What are you saying? Oh, did I not look at my chuckers on or what? Have a look at that.
Well, this is next month's cover car. It's a top secret project we've been working on for a while.
Right, this is it, it's the end of the day. We're all fucking wasted. This is what we've all come here to see, the top 20 cars. Some are a bit dodgy, we're not sure. You make up your own minds. So they are.
Here we see some of the top 20 cars which were selected by GTA Mag France. All the top 20 cars of the show got a nice big trophy in a rather spectacular dog turd brown jacket. At the end of the top 20 cars, GTA Mag France give away their project car for the year. This lucky Sperminator won. Give him a round of applause, please. Thank you, please. Day 4 on the Redline road trip, the guys all meet up at the services, stocking up on some pasties and pop, heading to take in the sights of Paris. Actually guys, you're going the wrong way. What the hell are you doing, Ben? Get back in the car. Thank you, please. Another toll booth in France. Luckily the roads are nice and smooth, so we don't really care paying for it. Super chimp. Traffic cones must mean something different in France. Possibly mean that les slalom. Whoa, watch the car, son. Dav decides to stop to get some flowers. heading into the red light district of Paris.
Where are we? We're in Paris. Fucking Paris? Yeah. Paris? What's that? Blackpool Tower. Hey, we're in Blackpool. Gay Paris. Gay Paris. Le Gay Paris. Allez, 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 allez. And watch that for me as well. Alright. Go anywhere. This is fucking wacky races. Fuck me!
Time for the boys to head out of Paris on the trip to Calais.
Morning. Not gonna believe this. I think we're lost. Shit.
Oh my god, these guys have got a better chance of finding Nemo than they have Calais.
Contact the Vol.1 massive.
Looks like they're going round in circles again.
I think we lost it, boy.
After finally arriving in Calais, the boys boarded Les Channel for the short trip back to Bath in England. Excuse me.
Enjoyed it? No, it was fucking shit. I'm not going again. I've had 15 shits.
17, Dave, you've had 17 shits.
17 shits.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shit.
I've had a bit of a shitometer. I've had none.
But it's been alright. And just to celebrate, I'm going to have a beer.
Whee!
Come on, babe.
Pass us one while you're there, mate.
Come on, babe.
Finally off the Channel terminal, the boys are heading back to Bath. Renton's had enough of waiting around for these idiots, so he's bombing back off to Bath. I mean Bath, like.
That's the Rocket Gentlemen's Club. Hang on, who's that?
I'm just outside the Rocket Club, mate. Having a beer.
Oh, right.
It's about 11 o'clock in the morning.
What are you up to?
No, I'm trying to mate. Sorry, I can't talk now.
Hey?
No, listen, mate.
We're going. Let me in.
I've got to go.
Oh, come on.
See you later. Hey! 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 What? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not doing anything, mate. No photos today. What's going on? It's a Redline calendar shoot, mate.
Oh, listen, mate.
No, mate. No.
Oh, come on.
Your name's not down. You're not coming in.
Oh, come on.
You alright, mate? Not really. I've gone. Can't see. How's your eyesight?
Yeah, so it's a bit sketchy.
How's your wrist? Yeah. So yeah. Well, that was the Redline Cannon shoot then.
You lucky bastard.
That's me, mate.
Go on, son. Up you go. Is it a little bit slippery? Is it a little bit slippery, mate?
It is a little bit.
And why the hell should it be so slippery? I don't believe you can say that. Go on, have another go. Go on, this time. Go on, mate. Do it for the boys. Go on. Ah. Mate, you're shit. He's every fucking where. Carol G. Carol G. Zah.
Nice. Is this going on the BBC?
It is, yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for that. You've got to be happy with that.
Morning. 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 Bonjour. Bonjour. Morning. Morning.
Hiya. 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 Hiya.
Simeon Powers. How's that? Nicely done, son.